The start of something new. We feel the expectation, a new day waiting. Sky full of light breaking through. We feel our hearts exploding, our story unfolding. Open eyes as we chase the morning sun. Here and now, we've only just begun. There's a world of endless color waiting for us to discover. Running to the open wide, where dreamers come alive. We can see a new horizon. We can feel adventure calling. Step out on the open road into the great unknown. Here we go.
Esteemed graduates, distinguished guests, LCME, representatives, and members of the platform party, my name is Jason Chua, and it's a pleasure to welcome you to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and extend a heartfelt congratulations to our graduating diplomats. Today marks a significant moment in the journey, and we are delighted to share in the accomplishment. In order to preserve the solemnity of this ceremony, we kindly request everyone's cooperation. If you are accompanied with a child, we emphasize the importance of maintaining a quiet environment to minimize any potential distractions caused by unnecessary noise. In the event of unforeseen disturbances, our dedicated usherers are on standby to assist and will guide you discreetly to the lobby. Within the theatre, an official photographer is present to capture the important moments of the celebrations. For all graduates, anticipate the opportunity to have your photo taken on stage during the award ceremony following the graduating lunch. For those who have opted for a special photography service, a visit to the studio photo booth awaits, where you can obtain personal studio portraits. To ensure an uninterrupted experiences for all attendants, we kindly request that you refrain from standing or walking around the theatre or to take personal photos. Your cooperation in remaining seated during the ceremony is greatly appreciated. Thank you, and let us enjoy the momentous occasion together. Now let's proceed the grand processions of graduating diplomats.
Wind at our back, our life in bloom. We see a world of wonder, a hope uncovered.
today's event is especially meaningful. You are not only marking the completion of a demanding programme of study and assessment, you are also joining a distinguished international community of musicians, performers, teachers and creative professionals whose qualifications are recognised and respected around the world. For many of you, this journey has required years of dedication, hours of disciplined practice, careful reflection, academic study, artistic risk-taking, and perseverance through moments of doubt and challenge. Diploma study is not easy. It demands independence, maturity, and a deep commitment to excellence. The fact that you are here today is proof not only of your musical ability, but of your resilience, focus, and professional ambition. You should be immensely proud of what you have achieved. I would also like to acknowledge the vital role played by your teachers, mentors, examination centre staff, and of course your family and supporters. Achievements such as these are rarely attained alone. The encouragement, guidance, and belief of others have helped you reach this moment, and today is also a celebration of their contribution to your success. Today's ceremony also highlights the strong and enduring connection between London College of Music examinations and the London College of Music itself, which forms part of the University of West London. LCM examinations exist to uphold the academic standards, artistic values and educational ethos of the London College of Music on a global stage. Every diploma awarded today is underpinned by the same rigorous academic framework, assessment, philosophy and commitment to musical integrity that defines our teaching in London. In this sense, although you may have studied and been examined here in Asia or around the world, you are very much part of the wider LCM and University of West London community. This close relationship allows us to ensure that qualifications earned through LCME are not only internationally recognised, but are academically robust, professionally relevant, and aligned with current practice in higher education and the creative industries. Your diploma represents far more than technical competence. It reflects artistic understanding, critical thinking, and professional readiness. As graduates at diploma level, you now stand at an important threshold. Some of you will go on to further study, perhaps at undergraduate or postgraduate level, while others will pursue professional careers as performers, educators, composers, conductors, or arts leaders. Whatever path you choose, the qualities you have developed through your LCM diploma will continue to serve you well. Discipline, creativity, communication, and the courage to express something meaningful through your art. In an increasingly complex and fast-changing world, music and performing arts matter more than ever. They bring people together across cultures and languages. They give voice to emotion and identity, and they remind us of our shared humanity. As graduates of London College of Music examinations, you are now ambassadors of these values. Asia has long been one of the most vibrant and inspiring parts of our global LCM community. The dedication, respect for learning, and aspiration for excellence shown by students and centres across this region continue to strengthen and enrich London College of Music as an international institution. We are deeply proud of our partnerships here, and we are committed to nurturing and expanding these connections in the years ahead. As Director of London College of Music, I want you to know that your achievements today matter to us, not only as awards conferred, but as evidence of what can be accomplished through high standards, supportive teaching, and a shared belief in the power of education through music. As you leave the ceremony, I encourage you to carry forward not only your qualification, but the confidence that comes with it. Keep learning, keep questioning, keep striving for artistic honesty and professional excellence. And wherever your musical path leads, whether on stage, in the classroom, in the studio, or beyond, remember that you remain part of the London College of Music family. Once again, on behalf of the University of West London and the London College of Music and London College of Music examinations, I offer you my heartfelt congratulations. We are proud of you, we celebrate your success, and we look forward to seeing the impact you will make on the world. Thank you and congratulations to this graduating class.
Now, it's my pleasure to invite Mr. Ben Nobori, the head of examining at the LCME, to share a few words with us.
The qualifications that our graduates receive today are not simply pieces of paper. They're evidence of something far more significant. They're evidence of a sustained and disciplined encounter with an art form. And that encounter changes you in ways that go well beyond the stage or the practice room. And this is something that LCME, because we work with people from a very young age, from 3 or 4 years old right up to diploma level, we see this change happening every day. Beethoven, who knew something about what it costs to forge a craft, wrote this: "Don't only practice your art, but force your way into its secrets. Art deserves that, for it and knowledge can raise man to the divine." I love that phrase, force your way into its secrets. Not drift pleasantly through it, not sample it at your leisure, but push and work and return again and again until what was difficult becomes natural, until what was impossible becomes possible. And that's what our graduates have done, every single one of them. Louis Kempner, who was a Hungarian pianist who fled the Nazis in the 1930s and made his home in the UK and the USA, had a student came to him once to complain that something was very difficult, and he got very angry and he said, "There is no such thing as difficult. There is impossible and there is easy, and you get from one to the other with practice." Now that sounds witty and it sounds glib, but there is truth in it. The performing arts are merciless in this respect. They cannot be faked in the moment of performance. No amount of charm or of confidence can cover you not being prepared, not knowing the line, not knowing the piece. You either know it or you don't. And the only route is with practice. Every one of the graduates today has walked that road, and we salute them for it. Now, I want to say something to parents, grandparents, relatives, and to graduates themselves. At some point, someone may have asked a version of the question, "Well, that's wonderful, but what will you do with it? What will you do with this qualification?" And I understand the question, but I would like to suggest respectfully that it might be the wrong question, because what young people are learning on the path to these qualifications is not simply how to play an instrument or how to inhabit a character on stage. You're learning how to set a long-term goal and pursue it with consistency, learning how to receive criticism and use it constructively, learn how to manage nerves, real physical nerves, and perform anyway, learning that failure is not the end of the story, but a chapter within it. And in short, you're learning how to be disciplined, resilient, collaborative human beings. A recent study in the United States found that 61% of employed workers believe that being more creative and innovative makes them more successful in their jobs. Creativity isn't an ornament to a career, but it's an engine that drives your career forwards. And UNESCO, in the 2024 framework for culture and arts education, which has been adopted by ministries of education and culture all around the world, concluded that in a world marked as this is by complexity, uncertainty, and profound transformation, the arts equip individuals with the creativity, critical thinking, resilience, and social awareness they need to be able to navigate and contribute meaningfully to the common good. Not might equip, but do equip. There is no question about that. There's something else that I wanted to name today, and this is the kind of learning that you've undertaken. Music and drama and communication are not solitary pursuits. They begin in solitude, but they end in community. So the hours of work done alone in a practice studio or a bedroom or wherever are always in service of a moment of connection. by connecting with an audience, with a performer, or with a piece of music, or a creator, or a composer who's long dead in a country far, far away. That says something true about how you feel right now. That's a connection between the past and the future. It's a connection between countries. It's a connection that has all kinds of limitless possibilities. Now, we live in an age that is very connected. People are, we think, everyone's got their phone, everyone is connected to a whole load of other people. But loneliness is one of the biggest challenges that the world faces today. That's a paradox. It turns out that being connected or being linked is not the same as being together. And the performing arts know the difference between those two things, and they've always known it. And the people in this room today are the ones who can carry that knowledge forward. The world is not the world that used to be. Technology is transforming everything very quickly, social and political. Certainties are shifting, and the challenges ahead are real and they're complex. But what I believe with absolute conviction, and this is what I want to say, because I don't think it gets said nearly enough at graduations, the qualifications that you're receiving are, in the most meaningful sense of the word, future-proof. Not because the world won't change around them, because of course the world will, but because of what they're made of. When people study the roles which are the most resistant to disruption by change, a clear pattern emerges. AI cannot replace work. It's not about the most data or the fastest processing or the longest list of facts. It's the work that requires human presence, empathy and judgment. The ability to read a room, to improvise under pressure, to earn trust through lived experience, and to make something which has never existed before. No large language model to make something which has never existed before, but humans can. So ask yourself what a music or a drama qualification actually trains you for. It trains you to perform in front of other human beings and connect with them emotionally in real time with no script to hide behind when things go wrong. It trains your physical intelligence, motor control for an instrumentalist, the spatial bodily awareness of a performer, and the capacity to adapt when the unexpected happens, as it always does, because the world is unexpected. So it trains emotional intelligence, strategic improvisation, synthesis and delivery. In short, every single competency that the most rigorous labour market research identifies as irreplaceable by AI is exactly the competence that our graduates have been developing, often since childhood. So a performer on stage embodies what no algorithm can replicate: the full weight of a human being, the full ability to inhabit a character, a musical or a dramatic character, to build trust between a performer and an audience. It's all delicate, real-time, unrepeatable arrangement in a social way. So to anyone who has ever wondered whether these qualifications are practical,
We will now present the diplomats with the award diploma of the London College of Music, DIP LCM, to Mr. Ben Noburi, to be assisted by Mr. David.
College of Music is a distinction that goes beyond titles and achievements. It recognizes individuals whose influence is not only measured by their academic or professional accomplishments, but also by the way they contribute to the growth of others and to the strengthening of our global music community. For me, this moment carries a personal significance. I had the privilege of being a student at the same institution where our honoree now serves as the dean, the University of Santo Tomas Conservatory of Music, the oldest university in Asia. While I was not directly under her tutelage, the values and standards of that institution are shaped by leaders such as her. More recently, I have had the opportunity to work with Professor Chua through our efforts in strengthening connection between the London College of Music examinations and the University of Santo Tomas. In those interactions, I witnessed not only her professionalism and expertise, but something equally important, and that is her generosity of spirit. Despite her stature as a respected academic and leader, she has consistently shown kindness, openness, and a genuine willingness to support initiatives that benefit students and the wider music education community. Her readiness to assist, to collaborate, and to extend her time and knowledge reflects a character grounded in humility. And I believe this is what makes today's recognition especially meaningful, because beyond academic excellence and distinguished accomplishments, it is rare combination of brilliance and humility, of leadership and genuine humanity that truly defines an individual worthy of the highest honor of FLCM. It is for these reasons, both professional and deeply personal, that I had the honor of recommending Professor Chua for this distinction. Ladies and gentlemen, we do not simply recognize excellence today in this graduation. We recognize a life that reminds us that true greatness in our field is measured not only by what we achieve, but how we uplift others, how we serve with humility, and how we leave a lasting impact on the people and communities we touch. It is with great pride and heartfelt respect that I present Professor Maria Alexandra Inigo Chua. May I now respectfully invite Mr. Benno Buri, the head of LCME, to deliver the official citation.
Has concentrated on illuminating the relationships between music, history and society, offering profound insights into the way in which musical traditions are formed, transformed and transmitted across cultures. And through this pioneering research on transculturation and cultural hybridity, she's enriched global understanding of how music can build bridges between histories, geographies and identities. Now, among her most distinguished contributions is her seminal work, Kyrial de Baclayon, Año 1826, a study that reveals the depth and complexity of sacred musical traditions within a broader historical and cultural continuum. I would recommend it to all of you. Her critically acclaimed 2-volume edition of the collected works of Julio Nakpil stands as a landmark achievement in music scholarship and an enduring testament to her dedication to preserving and elevating musical heritage within a global scholastic framework. Beyond publications, Professor Chua's voice has resonated across continents through international conferences, academic collaborations and research initiatives that continue to shape discourse in musicology today. Her leadership has fostered international intellectual exchange, strengthened scholarly communities, and expanded the horizons of music research in meaningful and lasting ways. Through her work, she's not only advanced knowledge, but inspired a deeper appreciation of music as a shared cultural and human legacy, one that transcends borders and speaks to the richness of our collective experience. In recognition of her outstanding scholarly achievements and distinguished service to music education, the London College of Music Examinations at the University of West London is proud to confer upon Professor Maria Alexandra Inigo Chua the Honorary Fellowship of London College of Music. Thank you.
Distinguished members of the LCM Platform Party, esteemed colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I stand before you today with deep gratitude, and I must admit a certain quiet sense of wonder to be named an honorary fellow of the London College of Music and to be welcomed into the global community of the University of West London is an honor I receive with humility. My sincere thanks to Professor Peter John, Vice Chancellor and President, Professor Nicholas Mackay, Director of London College of Music, Dr. Andrew McBurney, Chief Examiner in Music, and Mr. David Serasa, LCME, Representative, Philippines, Jakarta, and LCME 2026 Head Organizer. Thank you for this recognition and for the work you continue to do in sustaining a truly international community of musicians and scholars. I would like to acknowledge my fellow recipients of this fellowship. It is a privilege to stand alongside individuals whose work in different ways and in different places affirms the value of music, not only as an art form, but as a way of understanding the world. What makes this recognition particularly meaningful to me is precisely that sense of shared purpose. The London College of Music carries with it a long and distinguished history in music performance training. Beyond its legacy, what stands out is its ability to connect across countries, across traditions, and across different ways of understanding music. In many ways, it creates a shared space where performance becomes both locally rooted and globally recognized. It allows diverse musical practices to be assessed within a common framework, while still respecting the individuality of artistic expression and creativity. For those of us working in contexts shaped by cultural encounter, this is especially meaningful. As a historical musicologist based in the Philippines, much of my work has focused on music as movement, how it travels, adopts, and takes on new meanings across cultures. This is what we refer to as transculturation, not replacement, but continuous negotiation between musical worlds. In this light, performance is not just presentation. It is an act of cultural meaning-making where identity, memory, and creativity intersect in real time. Tradition and innovation are not opposites, but constantly shaping one another through performance itself. And perhaps that is where performance becomes most significant, as it empowers people. It speaks not only to what happens on stage, but to what happens beyond it. Performance allows us to make sense of who we are. It allows us to carry histories, to negotiate identities, and to enter into dialogue with others. As Dean of the UST Conservatory of Music, the largest tertiary music school in the Philippines, I share the same vision that music and performance are not ends in themselves, but means through which we empower people, shape communities, and deeper our understanding of culture and society. In this sense, to perform is also to participate, to be part of something larger than oneself. For those of us being honored today, I believe this recognition is not simply about individual achievement. It is also an acknowledgement of the communities we belong to, the institutions that have shaped us, and the many people whose work often remains unseen but deeply felt. If I may add a personal note, I come here representing the University of Santo Tomas and a broader community of scholars, musicians, and students in the Philippines who continue to engage with music not only as practice, but as inquiry, as a way of asking questions about culture, history, and identity. This fellowship for me affirms that this work matters, that our efforts to study, preserve, and reimagine music, especially within diverse and complex cultural contexts, are part of a larger shared endeavor. And so I accept this honor with gratitude, but also with a renewed commitment to continue the work in dialogue with all of you. If I may take a moment to address the graduates of LCME 2026, as you move forward, may you continue to find meaning in what you do. And may your music always remain connected to the people and communities you serve. Thank you once again to the London College of Music and the University of West London for this recognition. Maraming salamat po at mabuhay ang musika.
Thank you very much, David, and thank you very much and congratulations to Professor Maria Alexandra Chua. Now, as we draw this event to a close, I kindly request all attendees to rise as a member of the platform, partly gracefully exit the stage and depart the theatre. Group photos. And for the graduates who have opted for a special photography service, please proceed to the designated photo studio just outside this theatre after the graduation lunch. Thank you very much.
Alright, we're just waiting for the platform party, okay?
The three of you there, hello. You're comfortable, you have the entire row for yourself. Good.
There's a world of endless color waiting for us to discover. Run into the open wide where dreamers come alive. We can see a new horizon. We can feel adventure calling. Step out on the open road into the great unknown. Here we go. Here we go.
Hi, we're representing Sri Lanka at the LCME University of West London Graduation Ceremony 2026 for the conferral of Music and Drama Awards.
As we chase the morning sun.